And here's your host, Matt Buff.
Welcome to the Buff Show. The reason I wanted to bring you on the show today is because everybody's been talking about what to do with schools. The adults are talking, but nobody's listening to the kids. There's how we do it now.
To hell with that. Give me a hand. Shake my hand. There you go. All right. How you doing, Matt?
Good to see you, Chris. President's defense team in that phony impeachment trial. Pam Bondi joins us live on the Buff Show. Pam, good to see you.
Hey guys, how are you?
It's on the Buff Show today. Welcome, Roger Stone. Glad to have you with us.
I am delighted to be back with you.
So everywhere, it's getting hard not to listen to us. We're everywhere.
Right.
Love it. All right, we'll see you next time, and you guys stay smart out there.
Hey, welcome to the Buff Show. Matt Buff, your host. Glad to see all of you. Ooh, what a fun, crazy time we're living in now. I tell you what, Jordan on the bridge. What's up, my buddy?
Nothing much.
Yeah, not much going on in the world today.
No, not too much now, but, you know, they're trying to find more Biden votes, you know, to make sure they got this thing, you know?
Oh, I love it. Biden, this is just so funny. Here we are in like a movie, right? We're in a movie. There was a time where America needed a leader. Not JFK, not Barack Obama, and certainly not Donald Trump. We present the hero that will save us all, Joe Biden. Whoa, wait, man. You know the thing? You know the thing? I bet you're as bright as you are good looking. I'm gonna win against that guy named George Bush. I'm not going nuts. Joe 30330. Poor kids are just as bright as white kids. That's the guy. That's just
Pretty good.
That's just some of them, dude. We will go in there and make Trump supporters think they have won on election night, like they usually do in America. Jordan, we were sitting there after the party, the Buff Show event at Friendly Commons. We were sitting there at 2:30 in the morning going, you know what? We're going to go to bed. We're up 600,000 votes in Georgia. We're up 400,000 votes in Pennsylvania. We're up all these votes. Dude, Arizona's in the bag. Wisconsin's in the bag. Hell, Florida was already called. Even DeSantis was like, dude, media, what's your problem? You could have called Florida at 8:30 p.m. Florida is a well-oiled machine. And it's just like the next morning, it's like a movie. And every day since then has been like a movie. 4 a.m. We're going to call the movie 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's another good movie reference. Someone said it was like Groundhog Day. It's election day again.
So put your little hand in mine. Biden is now up 300,000 votes. Wednesday, put your little hand in mine. Biden is up 600,000 votes. Thursday, put your little hand in mine. Biden is up all over the world. He's winning France. He's winning the UK. He's winning the USA. And he doesn't even know it's happening. Him and Harris, the real president, him and Harris are going to do a press conference tonight. She's going to be like, looks like we're doing pretty good. And Biden's going to be like, oh, we just need peace. I didn't even know there was that many people in America. Because Biden said there's 150 million Americans that died from guns. Another 200 million from COVID, which is gone. COVID has served you. You've served your purpose. See ya.
Oh, I totally believe they had the COVID, right? The reason they won this, or they might win this election, is because of mail-in ballots, right? That's it. That's where they're getting all of them from, right? If there's no mail-in ballots, Trump wins this thing by so many. It's just crazy.
Let's talk about mail-in ballots. The worst thing that ever happened to this country after slavery was mail-in ballots. It is a way to manipulate the system. We talked about the 4 a.m. thing. The movie's called 4 a.m. That's where the truckload of Biden ballots come in. They went and gathered them up. There's videos everywhere. Videos everywhere. People going, UPS driver said, we got to backdate these, not post date. We got to backdate these ballots. On election day, apparently, all the Biden votes came in through the mail. They had trucks of them waiting. We want to see how the rural areas are doing. The rural areas are doing first. We got to see how they're doing. Because if Trump is winning by 40,000, we have boxes of 45,000 Biden votes. Where did all these votes come from, George?
The warehouse they have stuck in the middle of nowhere, but it's not even that. It's like he's getting a lot of them. He literally got all of them in one dump. Like in Michigan, 140,000 votes, all for Biden.
100%.
That's by the book voter fraud. So again, like I said, if Biden wins this through the Electoral College, we're just going to win it through the Supreme Court. That's what's going to happen.
It's going to have to go through the Supreme Court. You know, Trump kicked ass on Election Day. It was great. 70% of the vote. Everybody came out like Americans should, went and voted. And then they have this Biden warehouse near all the liberal areas. And what's funny is this is only happening where there's been fraud before. Philadelphia, Michigan, where they have universal, and there's a lot of these places that have unsolicited ballots. No verification for signatures needed. But these people aren't stupid. We talked about the Trump ground game. Trump had a ground game. Apparently Joe Biden had a ground game. But nobody knew about it.
He had an underground game, if you know what I mean.
It was an underground game. He didn't even know it existed. But there was operatives sitting there going, all right, here's your handful, here's your handful, here's your handful. Take them out there. Hundreds of thousands of these mail-in ballots that dumped. And like Jordan said, 138,000 in Michigan. 100% of them were for Biden. And Trump still almost won. Dude, they've been coming after this guy from day one. They spied on his campaign. Russia, Russia, Russia. And then you got Pelosi today. Looks like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be the president. And even though Nancy Pelosi got her ass handed to her in the House, her 40-seat game that she got 2 years ago has been whittled down to like 10 now. But we're doing good. We impeached the president, and that was pretty cool. And then you got these guys. My favorite are the press conferences with the election officials. They come out there in their Biden-Harris masks, and they're like, everything's on the up and up. Everything's on the up and up here. Everything's good. But, sir, you actually have more mail-in ballots than you have registered voters. That's okay. People wanted to make their voices heard, and we're taking our time. By the way, that 60,000 dump we promised you today is only 30,000. We haven't fixed the ballots yet. We haven't done it. We're going to fix the ballots.
And you see, there's multiple pictures of like vote counters with like their Biden-Harris, like legitimately with their Biden-Harris mask on, and they're like just threw away Trump votes. There's multiple pictures of that. Like they're bragging about it. There's multiple sources of that happening.
And then you want to take a look at what's going on in there. They're like, no. They do that Biden-Harris masks on, and they're like, everything is fine.
And then they boarded it up with cardboard, right, so you can't see it in. And then they had a subpoena to go for the Trump campaign to go watch to make sure everything's okay, and they blocked it. They're stopping somebody from looking at something. Something's happening.
That's like let's say I want to come in your room and see what you're doing. You took a bunch of stuff in your room, and I want to see what you're doing. You're like, no, you can't come in. But you say, I'm not doing anything wrong, but you can't come in. And then you let me in, but you say you can't go past this area. And then you move to the other end of the room and still keep doing what you're doing. If you ain't hiding nothing, then why won't you show it? And then, I see those guys putting up stickers. And the cops, they said they were cops. They weren't. They were Gestapo for the left.
It's something fishy going on, and you're crazy if you don't think nothing's going on. It's just a normal election. It's been what, 42 years since the last state's been called. That's not normal, right? Last election, everything happened that one night. Everything. What's different? I mean, I know there's more of an influx of mail-ins, but you would think those would get there first, right? You would think.
They were already mailed in. Because they were already mailed in.
It's just suspicious that he was leading by so much. We all go to sleep and he's losing. That makes no sense to me. And they're still counting. Like what? Like you're still counting? Like why? Like I don't have it in front of me, but like I guarantee you, Nevada is still like 94%.
Dude, Virginia is still at 94%. New York is at like 70%. I tell you what, we were up on. About to go to bed on election night, and the weirdest thing happened. They all stopped counting. They stopped counting. I called the radio station, 94.9 FM, AM 950, American Adversaries, Christopher Hart. I called them and was like, dude, they just stopped counting. They all said we're stopping. And it was universal across the country. And we go to bed, we're like, oh, who cares? We got this. We wake up. Joe Biden is taking the lead in Arizona and close the gap. And now every vote coming in is coming in for Biden. And he's sitting out there going, we just need peace. Man, if Trump... This is like if John McCain went out there and was ballot harvesting the hell out of Barack Obama's campaign.
That's another thing, too. The biggest thing, right, that convinces me this is not, something sketchy is happening. Joe Biden isn't the most popular candidate in American history. Screw off. That can't be true. Joe Biden? No.
Nobody even likes Joe Biden. Out of the Democrats that actually went to vote, 50% of them said they voted against Trump, not for Joe Biden. You saw his rallies, Joe Biden rallies? I had more people in the studio last weekend than he did. And these big white circles. And now let's just talk about it. First of all, Trump's going to kick his ass in the courts once we get it done. Once we throw out the illegal ballots, which are after day of, once we have to verify these mail-ins, because they're going to have to verify them for real, once those are thrown out, Trump's going to win, and then the liberals are going to set the country on fire. But can you imagine a Biden presidency? We'll tell you about it right after this break. Stay with us.
Since 2012, Cellulartronics has been providing Central Florida with the best phone repair and electronics repair. We fix all electronics from iPhone, Samsung, Sony, and many more. We also do TV repair and fix your tablets. Right now, you can get a glass back cover for the iPhone 8 to an iPhone X for only $95. iPhone 11 and up, back covers are only $120. We have 2 locations to serve you in Sanford and DeBary. Visit Cellulartronics.com or call 407-302-3396. That's Cellulartronics.com or 407-302-3396.
Action Plus Pressure Cleaning is the official pressure washing company of The Buff Show. While Matt's doing the dirty work on the show, Action Plus Pressure Washing has been doing the dirty work for the last 15 years in Central Florida. They use a soft wash system to clean pool enclosures, driveways, pool decks, houses, and commercial property. They even clean large and small parking lots and buildings.
Wow!
Action Plus offers other services such as lawn maintenance, one-time service to weekly service, mowing, weeding, edging, and trimming, and hauling away debris. You can get more than one service, and they offer bundle pricing. Check out their weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly services for lawn maintenance and ask about their free standard 2 driveway with house wash services. Family owned and operated. Get your free estimate at actionpluspressurecleaning.com or call 386-506-1048. That's 386-506-1048. Action Plus Pressure Cleaning. They aim to please.
Welcome back to the Buff Show podcast. Myself and Jordan Buff just tearing a new one in this whole 2020 election.
That's another thing too, right? You mentioned before we went to the break that they're going to be setting everything on fire. Imagine if the roles were reversed right now. Minneapolis wouldn't exist right now. Like the country would be on fire if everything was switched around and Trump was getting random votes and Trump was winning. The country would be on fire right now. And then, like, the Trump supporters were doing the YMCA next to a poll counting station, and they were they were like, "Where's the tear gas?" They're not stealing stuff from a Target, all right, guys. They're very different. They're grasping for straws, trying to figure out like ways to make us look like we're going crazy. But I mean, we're not. We're like, oh, this sucks, but we're just gonna win the Supreme Court. That's how every Trump supporter is thinking right now. So.
Well, that's funny you said that. I mean, it is offensive singing Village People a little bit, but it's not like they're dumpster firing of Wendy's. And that's okay. Here's what's funny about the rioters. They're out there on election night. They're starting because Trump is winning. Better set D.C. on fire. Better burn it down, man. Burn it down, man. And then the next morning at 4 a.m., the dump trucks pull up and back in like it's some Die Hard movie. They pull back in, and then you got the guy with the long hair from Die Hard. He's like, unload the truck, unload the truck, unload the truck. Get me the mayor. And they unload the truck and put all these ballots. But the rioters have already started, and they're still out there rioting right now. But they can't stop because it stings. I can't stop. It stings. They can't stop because now they're like, well, Biden's looking pretty good, but let's burn it down anyway, man. These people just have no agenda. No agenda whatsoever. And it's dumb. Fox News on in the background, this Democrat was like, you Democrats talking about defund the police and socialized medicine? You cost us seats in the House. You're supposed to elect us first, and then we do that stuff. Bunch of pinheads. But now they're not even trying to hide it. Remember Mars Attacks where the aliens would go up to you and try to shake your hand and be like, I come in peace. We come in peace. And then they'd shoot you. That's what they're doing. Nothing to see here. It's all good. Everything's fine. Biden really does have 72 million loyal voters. Unless you're in a really good red state that has your stuff together, Biden didn't do well at all, and that's where we won the House. Well, not won the House, but we gained seats in the House.
Yeah, and we're also maintaining a majority in the Senate, right? We have the Supreme Court, so if worse comes to worse and Biden does just straight up win, we won't be able to do anything. Thank God. But I mean, like, it's so many people who voted for Biden did it just so they didn't get Trump right, but then they're going to realize, oh wait, gas is now like $10 a gallon now, and they're going to tax 62% now. That's not that fun. So.
Yeah, that's what Jim Carrey said in Liar Liar. What if Tina Turner said, hit me again, Ike? It's funny, these liberal cities that have been locked down, these states that have been locked down and losing their jobs, and their fascist governor is kicking out any kind of opposition. They're sitting there going, I'm going to vote for you again. Remember that stupid Facebook commercial? Where did I register to vote? I mean, those are the kind of dolts out there. Are you going to be safe? Voting. I mean, they really took advantage of this mail-in voting system. The fraudulent ballots. And you know what it's called, Jor? A fraudulent ballot is the perfect crime. It is the perfect crime. Because there's no way without a court order to prove that ballot isn't false. You have to prove that it's false before you can prove that it's false. It's the perfect crime. And they knew it. That's why they were handing them out by the truckloads. The truckloads, people. You're losing your country to the truckloads. They really think Biden, who couldn't get 6 people at his event with the big white circles, and Kamala Harris, they don't get it. Nobody cares. Even Obama came and spoke to a bunch of honks. Trump had these massive rallies, boat parades, street parades, miles of longs of cars, 30 to 50,000 people in the gosh dang rally, and he's getting his butt kicked in conservative swing states? You expect me to believe that?
No, yeah, again, it just goes back to my point earlier. There's no way Biden is that popular. No one likes Biden. Like, they probably couldn't name 5. If I went to a random liberal on the street, they couldn't name 5 policies if I asked them in person. So I don't believe it for a second. So
I tell you what's happening. This isn't about Joe Biden. It's not. He's the Trojan horse. He's the guy they can beat up on. He's going to be in there, and they're going to schedule meetings, and it all starts with this organized effort to manipulate mail-in ballots. Universal mail-in balloting. Trump's been screaming about it for months. They called him crazy. He talked about the post office. Now we got film on the post office doing shenanigans. Shenanigans, man. And now, if they get him in there, I mean, he's going to have a busy day. This guy has to take a nap from 2 to 4, and then from 6 to 8, and then he goes to bed at 10. He's going to have to all day take me to, Mr. President, Kamala is here to see you. Joe, I need your signature here. Thank you. We just banned airplanes. Mr. President, Dr. Fauci's here to see you. Come on in, Fauci. Come on in. Come on in. Dr. Fauci's going to be like, I need mandatory masks. I need everybody to stay home for 3 months. Complete shutdown. Sign here and initial here. I don't know what's going to happen. Mr. President, it's CAIR, C-A-I-R, Islamic relations. Yes, cannot ISIS come back out to play? Mr. President, it's OPEC. Yeah, we need to raise gas prices to $5 a gallon because we're joining the Paris Climate Accord again. So now we're going to pay a lot more in fuel. Mr. President, it's the ACLU. Yes, we need to make abortion on demand. Can you sign this here? And he's like, yeah, but I need crackers and a bedtime. They're going to use him to destroy what we know of this country if they could. I mean, what do you think of that?
He's like I said, the moment he gets inaugurated, you die of like a heart attack or COVID or something. Die, right? And then Kamala will take over, and then that's when it really begins. All that extremist leftist stuff, that's when it really begins.
Oh, Kamala, that's a treat. That'll be a treat. She got her butt kicked in the Iowa primary. In fact, she didn't even make it to Iowa. She had 2% of the vote, and the Democrats hated her so much they voted her down. And they're still counting ballots in the Iowa DNC primary, by the way. They haven't even figured that one out yet. And now on a national level, this mass mail-in fraudulent balloting is going on, and they expect us to think Biden is just cleaning up. But bullshit. It's not real. I mean, it is real that it is on the screen on Fox News, but when the court throws out day after election ballots and ballots without signatures, driver's license, and postmarks, and ballots that clearly signatures don't match, Trump wins big most states. But how long, Jordan, do you think that would take to get through? And will the judges even let it get through?
That's the question. But I think there's enough evidence there for it to go to the Supreme Court. And if it does go to the Supreme Court, it'll be Joe Biden's story.
Joe Biden, Joe 30330. You're a law and dog-faced pony soldier. Let me be clear. I'm not going nuts. This guy couldn't draw fleas to a rally, and now he's got more votes than any president in U.S. history. I will go down as the most popular president in U.S. history. Dude, impeach him on day one. Well, then you got Kamala. Impeach her too. And then you got Pelosi. Impeach her too. They should go after Biden if all this shakes out and everybody sits back and takes it, which they shouldn't. Get your unbelievable game on, people. Get your game on. You got to hit the streets. It's a scandal on epic proportion. It's fraud. Stop the steal. Right? Hashtag stop the steal. Go to thebuffshow.com. Click on the store. Get your Stop the Steal t-shirt. Proceeds go to the Trump Defense Fund. All right? The Trump Legal Defense Fund. And it's a cool shirt to wear around saying stop the steal. Stop the steal. I mean, you look at these states. Look at that. There's Bill Hemmer on the map. They don't let that guy sleep. You get a 10-minute nap. And the only reason we're watching Fox News right now is so we can make fun of it. But we've all downloaded Newsmax on our TVs. And when I'm not doing shows, I'm watching Newsmax. They're not a sponsor. Just go with that. But if you look at a state like Nevada, Jor, the whole damn thing is red, except one corner up here and one corner down there. Look at that, Georgia. The whole thing is red except for 7 or 8 blue little counties. And they've been stuck at 99. You know what's funny? They said Georgia was at 99% 2 days ago. But now Biden's flipped the lead by like 400,000 votes. And it says they're still at 99%. Votes keep coming in, but the percentage of the states being called is the same. Where are these votes coming from? Backs of trucks. Those ballot boxes are insane, the ones you drop off the ballot. Redo the whole election next Tuesday, but you got to show up to vote in an ID. And if you're a complete invalid and you can't get a ride, tough shit. We got to redo the whole thing.
The entire thing. And if we do it like that, I think Trump wins on a landslide. So
Trump's up 54,000 votes in Alaska, and they still won't call it for him. The fix is in right in front of you guys. Right in front of you on TV. That live stream that those poll workers coming out in their Biden masks, and the masks that say vote, by the way, that's a DNC mask. That's where it came from, that store. All right? It says vote. They come out there and they're like, we're doing our counting, and people can see us through the live stream. You see, look on the live stream, you see the barrier, and they moved all the voting into the back corner. They're all huddled up back there going, and we're not talking about just the fraudulent votes. We're talking about the Sharpied votes and the votes they threw out for Trump. I got tons of videos that have been sent to me that show that votes are being changed. Copy and signature, change a vote. How many Trump votes were thrown in a dumpster a little bit ago? I mean, how the heck, like you said at the beginning of the show, is Biden winning 100% of 138,000 votes in Michigan and 120,000 in Wisconsin and another 20,000 in Pennsylvania? Just enough to put Biden barely over the top. It's silly, man. Let me go to my message. My friend Dane Mean that we worked together. He sent me some videos. Let me see if I can play one so you can hear the audio. There was a good one here. Joe Biden with the vote machine. Here's this guy. See if he'll play.
It's about to start getting crazy out there. More and more data is coming in. At first it was just a rumor, but as more data comes in for Wisconsin, they're showing that certain counties had more voter turnout than there are registered voters. Nationwide, the numbers are showing that Latino vote was as high as 35% this year, which is up from 28%. They're saying that the black vote has at least doubled from 2016, with black men showing up as high as 31% for Donald Trump. Basically, Donald Trump did better in every single demographic than he did compared to 2016. And they're telling us that Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama in 2008. Basically, the only demographic where Donald Trump lost ground this year was among dead people. Looks like Joe Biden got a record of 100% of the deceased vote. It shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that the U.S. Supreme Court is finally stepping in at least Pennsylvania. Lastly, last night Kathy Griffin retweeted her deadhead. It's about...
And in other news, Kathy Griffin retweeted the deadhead. Dude, Trump actually killed it with Hispanics and black men, just like they predicted he would. He rose his vote total, but not dramatically. Not like Biden shooting past Obama and everybody else. The death vote. Biden claims 100% of the death vote. And those ballots that are out there still, every time Trump gets a little closer, they find more ballots. Guys, they're stealing it from you right on TV. When they put that scroll up there, remember when they used to put the COVID death tolls? This is just as fake as that. The Electoral College count. Every time they put numbers up on Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC, it's total garbage. Keep your heads together. Big show for you Saturday. Anthony Sabatini, who's been dispatched to help with these lawsuits, he's going to be on the show to talk all about it. Mark W. Smith, constitutional attorney and best-selling New York Times author, going to be talking about all this. Going to be fun. Join us 3 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? 3 p.m. Eastern Time. 94.9 FM. AM 950. The Answer Orlando. Jordan, what's going to happen at 4 o'clock this morning?
God knows. Hell, they might flip Texas just because they can. So, who knows?
Put your little hand in mine. There ain't no mountain you and I can't climb. It's Groundhog Day. We'll see you soon on the Buff Show. Take it easy.
A boring website can make your company look really bad. Poor rankings on Google, Yahoo, and Bing means your company does not exist to thousands of monthly searchers. I'm not even on the front page. Come out of hiding with JJC Marketing Solutions and get found to more and more new customers every day. At JJC Marketing Solutions, they offer state-of-the-art website creation, Google SEO, PPC campaigns, and social media marketing that makes your company stand out. No need to go with those national companies that only care about you on the first call. JJC Marketing is located right here in Sanford, and the goal is to help businesses like yours succeed. Get better results. Call 321-765-7710 or visit them at jjcmarketingsolutions.com.
I'm somebody now!
JJC Marketing Solutions.